all of this documentation and all of the videos on my YouTube channel, I always ask the same question. If we're quote-unquote moving towards criminal justice reform, quote-unquote, if we're moving towards improving policing, then why is it that the same things keep happening? Well, the only way that criminal reform is ever going to actually be reformed is when we start waking up to the reality that the people allegedly enforcing and writing the laws are the actual criminals. And that's the part of it that needs to be reformed. Okay? So now...
Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Rob coming back at you once again with another video. So before we get started, you already know what to do. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice. Smash the like button, share this video out to all of your followers, and let's get it cracking. All right. So if you didn't see the title of my live stream that I have scheduled for tonight, which would be 1/13 of 2023, you guys should check it out. But basically what it is it's going to be a response video to a video that was made by a YouTuber named Mark Dice. And he says there's quote unquote a war against white people. Now, I tend to disagree. And what my stance on this is that there's been an ongoing war from that side against us. And we have all of the evidence that proves that. One piece of evidence that proves that is this, what happened in this jail. All right. And this is an article from the Miami Herald. And what it says is a jailer had cells unlocked for black inmates to be attacked, feds say. He's prison bound. So this donut gobbler is unfortunately probably going to go to prison and end up getting his donut hole stretched out uncomfortably like yoga class. And I don't feel bad. You know what I'm saying? So what the article goes on to say is that a former Oklahoma jail supervisor was sentenced to federal prison after prosecutors said he allowed black inmates to be attacked by white supremacist inmates. Because remember, that's just something that doesn't exist, like Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy, white supremacy, right? According to court records, which is interesting because these would be the same court records that we would look at and reference something as factual because it was recorded by an alleged objective source, right? Matthew Ware, who is 53, was sentenced to 46 months of federal prison, followed by 3 years of supervised release after being convicted of violating the civil rights of 3 pretrial detainees held at K County Detention Center, the U.S. Attorney's Office of the Western District of Oklahoma said in a Monday, December 5th news release. Now, this came out on December 5th. My question is, how is this not all over the mainstream media? Second question, how often does this happen? Third question, since we like to talk about 13% of the population committing 55% of the crime, my question is, what percentage of prison guards allow anti-black prison attacks to happen with them collaborating with prisoners in the prison? If you're collaborating with prisoners in the prison, it's hard to argue that those prisoners being collaborated with by the guards are actually fully prisoners, right? Seeing how you have white supremacist law enforcement collaborating with white supremacist prisoners. But again, remember, this is something that doesn't exist. Neither the K County Detention Center nor Ware's attorney immediately responded to McCletchy's news request for comment on December 6th. Ware was convicted by a federal jury. Now, I don't think that 46 months is enough time. This guy needs to be doing some hard time. And honestly, I don't think he needs to be having the protection of a federal prison like the McMichaels tried to get and like Derek Chauvin is getting. This guy needs to be in a state raunchy, ratchet prison. So now here it says, while third in command at the jail, Ware ordered correctional officers to move 2 black inmates into a cell row that housed white supremacist inmates whom Ware knew posed a danger to the black inmates, according to a sentencing memo filed on November 15th. He ordered correctional officers to unlock both cells at the same time the next morning. The officers followed his orders in May of 2017, court documents said. So again, this happened apparently, or at least was documented back in May 2017. So my question is, again, with all of this documentation and all of the videos on my YouTube channel, I always ask the same question. If we're quote unquote moving towards criminal justice reform, quote unquote, if we're moving towards improving policing, then why is it that the same things keep happening? Well, the only way that criminal reform is ever going to actually be reformed is when we start waking up to the reality that the people allegedly enforcing and writing the laws are the actual criminals. And that's the part of it that needs to be reformed. Okay. So now here it says, when the cell doors opened the next day, the white inmates attacked the black inmates, injuring both. One needed stitches. So now the state, as well as the jail and any private organizations linked to this jail, all need to be paying restitution. But remember, when it comes to the population at large, the narrative is that these people deserve to die anyway. They were in jail and this happened in the past, so let the past go. You know what I'm saying? Remember, we know the talking points already. While second in command of the jail, Ware ordered correctional officers to restrain another pretrial detainee in a stretched out position like Ware's donut hole is about to be when he goes to jail. Prosecutors said in the release, the inmate's wrists were handcuffed to opposite sides of a bench and he was left in that position for 90 minutes, causing him bodily harm, the release said. Assistant Attorney General Kristen Clark of the Justice Department Civil Rights Division said in that release that Ware is being held accountable for abusing his position of power and authority. And if you ask me, and you guys can agree or disagree, he's being held about as accountable as Dana White is being held accountable. Okay. So now here it says this sentence handed down reflects the seriousness of the defendant's action and ensures accountability for his unlawful conduct. So basically, if you see what kind of a slap on the wrist this guy got, based on this statement that Clark made, this basically means that you're not really going to get in a lot of trouble for doing this to some black prisoners or black people in general. Now, my question is, what have the Democrats said about this? What has the Congressional Black Caucus said about this? In the state where this has happened, what have black politicians said about it? Let me know in the comment section. The Justice Department will continue to hold corrections officials accountable, including those in leadership positions, when they willfully violate the constitutional rights of detainees and inmates in their custody and control. As a convicted felon, Ware will never serve as a law enforcement officer, the sentencing memo said. And that's not true, because we've seen them hire idiots who've had all kinds of past records right for police departments. All they got to do is just move to a different state. K County Detention Center in Newkirk, about 120 miles northeast of Oklahoma City. All right. So if you guys heard about this story, let me know in the comment section. If you did not hear about this story, also let me know. And you can answer the question, why is it that we haven't heard about this? Second of all, if this stuff doesn't exist, what's this? And do you guys think that the sentencing is appropriate for the cretin who allowed these people to be attacked? And who all do you all feel should be responsible, and who all should be providing restitution for this incident, and what should that restitution be? Let me know all of that in the comment section. And while you're at it, if you're not subscribed, make sure you hit the bell icon twice, smash the like button, share this video out to all of your followers. Remember, we got a goal, 10,000 subs by the end of the year. I know we can hit it or surpass it, so I will catch you all on the next video. All right, peace.